defense, they just expand. That tells you that they're in zone. So all of a sudden, if you have 2 plays called in the huddle, stick with that run play because you know the secondary is going to have some softness to them, anticipating a bootleg or a corner route like they had a touchdown on earlier in the game. So with the run going to that side, you're able to get the first down.
It's Stafford on 1st and 10, rolling, throwing, caught. Oh, it's knocked away with a big-time hit by Alshire. Was it a catch? Is it loose? They're waving it off. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. What a hit by Azeez Alshire.
Get up, get up, get up. Hey.
Let's see if he has possession long enough. Catches it,
1 step,
tucks it,
2 steps.
Helmet pops it out.
That's close.
That's going to be close.
And who jumped on it? The Texans looked like
got
they
it back.
did. Yeah, they did get it.
Or didn't get it back. The Texans ended up with the recovery.
But my goodness, that was close. Right on the fringe, right of a complete 1, 2.
And there D'Amico throws the
I think
throws the challenge flag. So
that could be a fumble, and look where it would occur if indeed the Texans were to hold. It'd be huge.
That would be huge for the Texans right now if they were able to get this.
Gene Steratore, rules analyst, is with us. So, Gene, it looked like it was...
Is that a football move?
Bordering on 2 steps. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if you take a look, Kev, at the back foot that Parkinson has down when he initially possesses the football, we'll count that back foot as the 1, and then you see 2 more steps after he loses, or after that, before he loses the football. So in lieu of the football move, you have 3 steps, I think, clearly down. That would constitute the completion of the catch. So I think we have a catch fumble. See, there's the right foot down there, left foot right. 2, and now the 3 with the right foot. I think you've met all the elements. Yes, fellas.
Good description.
And now the next thing, because it was ruled incomplete, they have to determine who it is that recovered. That's why you continue to play here, right? That was a rule that they put in before.
I like that, and I like that they let them play, right? Right, Gene, you want to get the play to completion.
Yes, I think you definitely do. You're slow on your whistles because of these plays and the replay aspect of that.
After and then the immediate. The ruling on the field is that the receiver caught the ball, fumbled, and the ball was recovered by Houston. It'll be 1st down and 10, Houston.
Gene's all over it. He's in mid-season form.
How can a man be so good so early in a season? Gene, my goodness.
I've got great guys setting me up here, Kev. You and Trent make this thing pretty easy. You're making it pretty easy for me today.
Well, great. Thank you, Gene. And boy, that is a gigantic break. The defense of the Texans comes up with one of the biggest plays of the game.
It really is. We've mentioned it. They're using up clock. There's 4 minutes to go in the game. They could have used up another couple of minutes or forced the Texans to use timeout. They're in field goal range already, so it would have made it an 8-point game. A touchdown would have made it a 2-possession game. Now, all of a sudden, a 5-point game. You've got the football, 4 minutes, 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning.
Chubb a block, 1st and 10, Stroud to the side, caught right there, Stover. And ushered out of bounds by Young and others. They get out to the 25-yard line. They pick up 6, 2nd down and 4. And coming up after the game, time permitting, the State Farm postgame show. Scores, news, and highlights of Week 1 in the NFL. All coming up on the State Farm postgame show.
And really, Kevin, think about Houston hasn't done much here in the second half. Most of the yardage that you see, they've got almost 240 yards of offense. Nearly 200 of that came in the first half. So the defense of the Rams has been outstanding here in the second half.
Chubb, 2nd down and 4, and look at him take it up to the 35-yard line. Big run by Chubb. Tackled on the play by Kinchins. A run of 10, a 1st down for the Texans, who have all their timeouts.
Well, that's why you keep it close. It just takes it to a 1-possession game, and that's what you're trying to do.
Chubb today, 10 carries, 40 yards. His first game as a Texan. The quarterback, Stroud, 17-24, 167 and a pick. The tight end, Stover on the move. Chubb again. There's the hole over the center. Patterson, and look at him dig out to the 45-yard line. Brought down by Young. He picks up 9 after a run of 10. Nick Chubb.
And what I loved about Chubb is they said he was working out at his high school, right? He was trying to get back in the NFL. What's going to happen? Who am I going to sign with? Where am I going to go? I'm going to go back to my roots. I'm going to go back to my high school and train. And that's when the Texans came calling. And right here on this final drive. They've gone to him a couple of times and come up big up the middle.
2nd down and 1. Stroud, Chubb, and may have lunged. He did to get the first down. Gets across, hit on the play by Spates. So they begin at the 19. Chubb has had runs of 10 and 9 on this possession after a fumble deep in Texan territory by the Rams. That was a nice run. Here we go, 1st and 10 after that first down run. Now by midfield.
I don't know if they were set. I don't know if the Texans were set. They snapped that ball really fast, trying to catch the Rams.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 87.
Illegal
it's a 5-yard
shift.
penalty. Still first down.
And Chubb has come out, and they put the rookie Woody Marks in. This Chubb's going to get a breather. All the injuries.
Why, my guess is the illegal shift was the fact that they weren't set. You have to be set for a full second. Sorry about that, Kevin. Yeah, Chubb.
Just what he's overcome and him finding a new offense. And here's a line that now has 4 new players. And if you include the center, Patterson, who's taking the place of the injured Jake Andrews, another one. 1st and 15. Underneath they go. There's Collins. Makes the grab. Witherspoon makes the grab on Collins. It's up to the 44. He picks up 4. The clock is ticking. 3 timeouts. 2nd down and 11. Trying to sneak in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Marks, the rookie, remains. And that ball is batted down. Nice deflection by Stewart. Josiah Stewart, a rookie out of Michigan, comes through. He was the first defensive draft pick in this past draft by the Rams. Big play right there, bringing up 3rd and 11.
Well, that is a huge play, because even if you get 3 to 5 yards, something like that, it makes it more manageable 3rd down. And that just tells you the amount of bodies that they're counting on that defense in front. That front 7, they want to rotate, keep guys fresh, get after the passer, trying to get the crowd cranked into it here on 3rd and long.
Big play, 3rd down and 11. Agunbowale is the back. Play clock at 2. Got it off in time. Agunbowale the block. The pressure is there. The throw. Intercepted. Picked off by Kinchins with a flag thrown. Back at the 31.
Well, they're saying it was out of bounds, so that, as far as the ball changing possession, just whether or not.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh, they got the quarterback. It's a roughing the passer against the Ram defense.
2-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
That's huge on 3rd and 11 with the 2-minute warning.
Kobe Turner picks it up. Watch number 91. Late hit after Young had him. 2-minute warning in Los Angeles. Here in Los Angeles, the 2-minute warning, 1:57 to go. The Texans forced a Ram fumble at the 19. They've taken it back. And now they're at the 41-yard line of Los Angeles. 3 timeouts, 1st and 10. C.J. Stroud blitzes on. Outside it goes. Agunbowale. He's got the first down. Chased by Curl and out of bounds. And he stops the clock. A first down catch and run. Put him near the 25. Picks up 15 for the Texans.
You're going to see the pressure coming in clean, but that means nobody's got Agunbowale going out to the flat. The defender in the middle of the field has to get over there. But with pressure, Stroud has to get rid of the ball quickly, and nobody assigned to Agunbowale as he hits the flat for a first down and gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
First and 10. Stroud. And he's got him underneath. It's called by Agunbowale. Fumbles the ball and it's loose. And it's recovered by the Rams. Big hit by Landman. Oh, calamity.
What a play by Landman. At the other end of the field, we talked about the turnover and the ball coming out on the tackle, getting helmet on ball. Parkinson right there that we were showing, he was the one that had the fumble. This time Agunbowale, and you see the punch of Landman.
Fisk is the one to get it, vacuums it in, but the play by the newest Ram defender, Nate Landman. The team's trading turnovers. Wow.
Well, and the Texans have all 3 timeouts, so this isn't over. All 3 timeouts. If they can get a 3 and out, it still gives their offense. Now they're going to have to work their way back down the field again, potentially.
Nakua with over 100 yards receiving in motion. And the run right here goes off to Kyron Williams. A flag is thrown. The tackle made by Rankins, and he's up to the 28.
Well, and that saves the timeout.
Holding. Offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty. Still
And
first
that's
down.
on Davis Allen, the tight end, who caught a touchdown earlier in the game.
Ogunbowale turns up. Now watch the left arm of Landman. He's not even going for the tackle. He's just going strictly trying to punch the ball out.
He sure was. What a play. And they got him to help with run defense, but he comes up with the biggest defensive play so far for the Rams. But that penalty pushes him back to the 14, where now it is 1st and 20. Ogunbowale is reliable and has had a career that has put him with a couple different teams and is an important part of that offense, especially on passing downs. 1st and 20. Williams the back. And Stafford the handoff to the running back, who tries to find some kind of gap and was hit there initially by Petrie, helped by Bullock, and a timeout taken. And the gain is out to just beyond the 17-yard line of the Rams. That is only, by the way, for Ogunbowale, that is only the 2nd lost fumble of his NFL career in his 9th season. Dare Ogunbowale. So a timeout taken. The Texans take it. 1:33 to go in the game. And it's been a one-score game throughout.
It really has been. And, you know, if you're the Rams, you know, conventional wisdom says you run the football here, force the Texans to take another timeout. Another thought is you can go play action, try and get Devontae or Puka one-on-one, and
couple tight ends, 2nd down, 16. It's Williams getting a block inside there from Avila, and he takes it up past the 25. Another timeout taken by Houston out to the 26 of the Rams. That's a pickup of 8, and it will be 3rd down. So now the Houston Texans have 1 timeout left. So we have 2 division champions from a season ago. Both teams finishing 10-7. It has been close throughout. Texans jumped out early with field goals, and then Los Angeles came back. A 13-yard touchdown pass to the tight end Davis Allen in a game that has seen Puka Nacua go over 100 yards receiving, and Matthew Stafford crossed the 60,000-yard pass mark, becoming the 10th quarterback in the history of the game to reach that. Here is a big 3rd down and 8 after the Texans just fumbled deep in Rams territory. To the air. Blocked by Jackson. He's got Nacua. Oh, and he got by Petrie. And down the sideline for a big-time 1st down. To the 46-yard line of the Texans. It's a 29-yard catch and run by Puka Nacua.
well, I said it before the 2nd down play. If you think conventional, you run the football, force them to use the timeout. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, get a play action going, try and get a sure completion, push the ball up the field, and that's what they did. They got the bootleg out to the left, which they've used a few times today. Stafford going over there to Sean McVay. They're a little fired up.
251 yards through the air for Stafford, 21 of 29. Here he lines up in the victory formation, down to a knee. It's 2nd down. There is 1 timeout remaining, as you can see, for the Houston Texans. It's almost here, the first time ever, the MTV VMAs, live on CBS tonight. You won't want to miss the TV event of the year, right here on CBS, live after this game. Clock is ticking. Ogunbowale, who has been effective for this team in a 3rd down capacity, caught the ball And then it was punched out by the newest Ram defender from the Atlanta Falcons, Nate Landman. Again to a knee. And they empty the bench. And the Rams are going to come out of this after trailing initially 6-0. And the game-winning score was a 13-yard touchdown pass to Davis Allen from Matthew Stafford.
Well, I love the aggressiveness, Kevin, going on the pass play with the bootleg on third down. You get the first down. Why give the ball back to him, right? It's like you run the ball, get the timeout. You're going to have to punt it away, give them a chance. But by getting the first down, they never even get the ball back. So, like the aggressiveness of Sean McVay and the play call that was made.
Nakua with 10 catches, 129 yards. Kyron Williams, 18 carries and 66. Stroud was 20 of 29 for 193 and a pick. And Nick Chubb, now a Texan, 13 carries and 60 yards. Quiet day for Collins, 3 catches and 28. Landman had the defensive play of the game for the Los Angeles Rams.